Alright guys, trying a different camera angle here. Hopefully this one works out. But alright, so we got that second radio from the same customer. That new old stock Royce. That one was the 609. This is the 611. So yeah, this is basically same as the other one. Recap alignment and just changing out that meter to LED, and that's basically it for this one. Pretty straightforward. So let's get to it. So I'm not going to go through the paperwork because it's just probably going to be boring again. It's the same as that 609, so if you guys want to actually see the paperwork that comes with these radios, you can just go back and watch the Royce 609 video that has, I went through the paperwork. So very similar to the other one. The volume on the mic. We got the little giblets, power cord, and the radio itself. So let's get to the radio. Alright, set this aside. Yeah, again, kind of like the other one, not a scratch on this radio. Let's get this bracket off, first of all. Having these wing nuts is, I think, kind of nice. This radio is in, just like the other one, really nice shape. I actually like the meter on this radio better, with the white face and the black lettering and meter. Yeah, that's definitely, in my opinion, a nicer meter than that 609. But what do we have here? What is this? It's got a scan. I actually didn't notice that. So this has a scan feature. Actually, let's go back. Go back to the instructions here, and that is very interesting. Let's see if we can find the scan. So automatic noise eliminator. So channel 9 scanning. A 611 is equipped with a sophisticated circuitry to allow adjustable scanning of the emergency channel 9 operation and control functions of this feature are follows. So the scan rate, channel 9 scan function light, channel 9 scan function switch. Okay, so it's not an actually, it doesn't scan all 40 channels. That's just to, it's basically a channel 9 monitor. That's basically what it is. I mean, scanning is kind of deceiving. My my Tram D80 has a channel 9 monitoring. So the receiver squelch must be properly adjusted to allow the scanning operation. But, okay, well that explains it. Yeah, I was kind of surprised that this thing had a scanning feature, but it's just for channel 9. I mean, it's still a cool feature to have. Don't get me wrong, but you know, if you scan channel 9 now, all you're gonna get is the Spanish Super Bowl. So kind of defeats the purpose of the scan, because then it'll always be on. But anyway, that's a cool feature to have, especially when this radio was new. You know, the emergency channel 9 was emergency, as we all know. But okay, so yeah, that's definitely a cool feature to have. But pretty much we got kind of like the same type of cosmetics. We have the black around the channel display, different meter, but very similar to that 609. It's a good looking radio, I think. But yeah, not a scratch on this radio. And we're gonna keep it that way. But before we go any farther, I'm gonna put this on, and we're gonna just make sure and check and see if all the features work. I don't see why they wouldn't. But if you guys will remember, on the 609, I actually had a leaking capacitor, and that's why it's super important to replace the capacitors on these radios. Even new old stock, it doesn't matter. You know, age is age. So it's always good practice. And besides, if this thing hasn't been aligned since it's new, it's going to be way off. Frequency, I guess it's not that big of a deal, because this is an AM only radio, but still, nonetheless, you want yourself a good working radio. So yeah, as these crystals age, you know, they will be off frequency. This is not connected yet. Hold on. This keeps popping off. Sorry, guys. So yeah, let me get the mic on here. Let me put this right on the watt meter to make sure it transmits. Yep, we have exactly 4 watts on the watt meter. Audio. Okay, mic gain's down. Turn that up. Squelch down. RF gain. Turn that up. CB. Turn that off. Turn that off. And all right. Audio. Yeah, we got modulation. All right. Put this on the signal generator. Set this to S9. All right. Put this to 19. just about an S9. Yeah, just about an S9. So we have a receiving and transmitting radio, so that's good. All right. Let's open this up. I'm trying to do this as less takes as possible, so we just, instead of doing little video clips and piecing them together, trying to have you guys see this all in one take. Well, not the whole thing, but try to do as much as I can on a single take. That was really tight. Screws are really tight. You can definitely tell this thing's never been open. All right. I'll tape this up after take a look inside. Very it's definitely a unique setup here. Nothing like that 609. Obviously, to have that scan feature, we should expect to have some more components in here. But yeah, so there's the inside of the 611. Let me get this unsoldered. Well, actually, I'll leave that on for now. But yeah, I can definitely tell that a lot of this almost seems like an afterthought, with the way these boards are just kind of placed in there. Definitely nothing I've ever seen before, but Royce is known for kind of doing their own thing anyway. Same like Pace. They kind of just yeah, basically just do their own things. It's like you're never gonna find a Uniden or a Cybernet board or chassis on these Royce. At least not the ones that I've ever worked on. I can't say with 100% that they've never used a Uniden or a Cybernet chassis, but at least the ones that I've worked on, they've kind of been their own, their own things. So, but yeah, so it's a little bit more involved with the recapping, because there's definitely caps on that board there. I'm going to go ahead and assume that there's caps inside that shield. So, but anyway, let me get this open up. Looks like you just have a couple of twist locks, and then hopefully that will pop out. And I'm assuming I'm probably going to have to desolder that to get at those, if there are any caps. I mean, I'm assuming there's caps in there. So yeah, this one's a little bit more involved. Nothing like that 609. So, all right, let me get at this, and then we'll take it from there. All right, stand by. All right, so definitely not easy here, but it's not the end of the world. So the PLL board needed to come out, obviously. We have some caps there. the, what did Sam's call this board here? I think that was the noise blanker. Hold on here, let me check. I think it's the noise blanker board. Yeah, that's the noise blanker board. And then the IF detector board. I kind of just unsoldered the two legs there and kind of moved it up because there's you got a cap there, but it's also in the way of removing some other caps. So yeah, that needs to come out. The subboard in the back needed to come out. So yeah, it's quite involved. So this here is the channel 9 scan board along the side here. So you'll notice on the 609 that this area here was left blank. There was no board in there. So what Royce was probably doing was they were probably making just one size frame for a lot of the radios and then just not populating, you know, the areas where it wasn't necessary, obviously for money saving reasons. So yeah, but that's the channel 9 scan board there. So yeah, so now what I'll do is I'll just end up doing this piece by piece. Actually, there's no caps on this one here, on that noise blanker board, but it needed to come out because it was in the way of other caps. And yeah, so it's just a little bit more labor intensive. It's not necessarily difficult. It's just a little bit more time consuming to get at these electrolytics, but it's necessary. You know, you can't just do the easy ones that you can get at and call it a day, you know. Well, especially not when, you know, you have a customer who wants their radio recapped. But even if you're at home and, you know, you're trying to do you're trying to recap your own radio, you know, you can't take the lazy way out and just, you know, do the caps you can get at. You know, you should really be doing them all. So, but yeah, anyway, let me get at the radio. I'll get this recapped. I'll get this aligned, and that should be about it as far as the radio itself goes. And then the only mod this is getting is just a LED in the meter. So pretty easy. All right, let me get recapping this. Stand by, guys. All right, radio's done. Back together, recapped, aligned. Yeah, not the easiest radio to recap, but not, I wouldn't say it's super difficult. Put it in the middle of the pack, I guess. Yeah. Got an LED in the meter. So here's all the caps. This one had, I want to say, 3 non-polar caps. So, yeah, I don't know why so many non-polar caps, but it had it. So, yeah, let me get this back together. I'll put the cover back on, and then I'll put the actual radio cover on, and then yeah, we'll do our tests. And that's really about it for this radio. Yeah, so it's looking good. You can test out also that channel 9 scan feature, see what that's about. Alright, before we do some channel surfing, I figured I'd go over some of the functions of the radio, but more specifically the scan feature of this radio, because it was kind of confusing. So I actually had to go back and read the directions and understand how this scan functions. So it wasn't a monitor like I thought. Well, it's definitely unique in the way it works. But let's go through. So you have pretty much standard. There's the mic gain, on and off, volume, squelch, RF gain, and then you have the tune here in the center, which is a delta tune, but instead of being a switch, it's a pot. And then you have the scan rate, which is the knob, the round knob behind that. It's pretty common. CBPA switch, A&L, and noise blanker, and then there's a 3-mode switch here. So you have off, scan to turn the scan on, and then instant channel 9. That'll bring you obviously to channel 9. Nothing, no mystery there with these controls. So the way I thought that this scan feature worked was, so it works in conjunction with the squelch. If something broke squelch on channel 9, it would stay on channel 9. But that's not how it works. It just sends out an alert, a beep, to tell you that there is chatter on channel 9, and if you choose to switch to channel 9, you can. So it doesn't automatically lock over to channel 9, which is probably would have been a nicer feature. But anyway, this is how it works. So you have the scan rate here. It can go as fast as 2 seconds. It'll scan every 2 seconds, channel 9, or as long as every 9 seconds, according to the instructions. So you have 9, and then you can increase the scan rate all the way up to 2 seconds, once every 2 seconds. So that's how that works. So now, based on the squelch, is how this works. So if it breaks squelch, it'll alert you, and then this little light will show up here, illuminate. So let's put this on. So right now it's set for every 9 seconds, and if there is chatter on channel 9, it'll alert you and send out a tone, which there should be. I mean, channel 9 is no longer an emergency channel, so there you go. So now, when you hear that, you switch over to channel 9. And of course, channel 9's always, the Spanish Super Bowl. But, yeah, back in the day, though, channel 9 wasn't as busy as it is now, obviously. So it wouldn't alert you as often as it does now. But anyway, that's how that works. So let me put this back to scan, and we can go all the way up to 2 seconds. Every 2 seconds it's going to scan. And if it breaks squelch, it's going to alert you every 2 seconds. So yeah, it doesn't lock on, which would have been pretty cool. But it just tells you, all right, switch over to channel 9, So now, let's set the squelch a little tighter, and if it's still breaking squelch, it'll alert you. So now, obviously, we have the squelch all the way. And it will still tell you that, there is chatter on channel 9, but it's not going to send out that alert tone. So, yeah, that's how that works. Again, it was a cool feature, back when, emergency departments were monitoring channel 9. Nowadays, not so much, right? Because that thing's going to be going off every single time, especially with the Spanish Super Bowl, But anyway, that's how that works. There we go. That's how that scan feature works. So yeah, based on the squelch and the scan rate here. That's how that works. All right, well, let me get you guys set up here, and we'll do some channel surfing. Stand by. All right, let's see what's going on out there on air.
Hello, Novocaine. Hey, Novocaine, wait.
Novocaine. Some of these CB handles are just crazy.
Well, I'm just going to sit back and top of the mill for a little bit and see what goes on. Hey, there, 73. Have a great day out there. You too. Good morning there, 1137, 153 Central California with a wave. Well, good morning right back, 153 around Central California. I got around here, Grant. 233 Maverick, looking for conditions, bye-bye. 233, you got all kinds of conditions, man. I hear you all the time. 1137 waving and getting on down. Yeah, 1137. Down on your lane, and I heard that other big brother out there too. Yeah, about missing his numbers on that end. But y'all sounded good out there. 233 with his old doggone Yakimo FG 101EX. But all his audio is that quiet as go. 410 Roger on the Yakimo.
Yeah, 320 Boston, Massachusetts waving. 320 Boston, Mass waving.
Playing through another I see you, and everything, and he sells that stuff, works on a little bit, and he's got all the ham gear he needs, you know. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I ain't never getting another laugh. No, I don't think I could talk on another video. Oh, it looks like you're looking at a TV. Oh, yeah. And then you can tell the guys next to you don't see everything with that waterfall and that, yeah? Big ball, Dr. Cole, wave at him, I'm going. Check out 1137 Video Gates on Facebook. It's just a private group. That's where I post my gates, and I just happen to be running one right now. So just ask to join, and I'll let you in. 1137, back off this key. Yeah, you got all up on this gate. I heard you. I wish I could be a part of 1137 Video Gates. Am I talking on a what? A boom, B-O. It has a big arm on it, and it's a mic coming out, and it has a little thing on it to keep the dust out. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Oh, hold on a minute. Yeah, I talked on a MXL 990. It's a Royce diaphragm condenser mic. On a boom arm, yes. That's what I figured. I'm out there, man. I know somebody got one of them. It sounds good, man. I'm thinking about getting me one. I got to look to put one up. Yeah, I'm quite fond of these MXL 990s. They have great frequency response. I started out years ago with a cheap old BM800, which sounds pretty dang good for what it is. I mean, it's one of the cheapest microphones you can get, actually.
like $25, and it comes with the boom arm and all the cables and everything included even. And I tapped on that for several years, and then I came across this MXM 990, and I just fell in love with it. The audio is, well, audio and frequency response is, I would say, 95% better. They say it has a noisier noise floor, but I don't believe it.
I still got it in the black box and everything like that. I doubt if I use it, but if I do get a boom arm, I'm definitely going to be using that first.
Actually, yeah, I use a foot pedal to key the microphone. You know, it's actually the bottom of a D104 is what I use for a foot pedal to key the radio, and then just talking to the microphone.
I'm thinking about it, but I'm not. Somebody holler back for me. Good to hear you out there. It's kind of rough at the moment, but I'm going to wave right back at you. I heard that attempt. 589 in the mobile. I heard somebody else from across the pond. I think he said Operator John. Come on. 247, 153 on this.
Try to get a radio check here, but it's just way too busy. That guy's bleeding over 1, 2, 3 channels. 4, 5. Damn.
About a 9 and about a 20, ricochets and all. I hear you, man. Well, like I said, you ain't no slouch down here today either. Now, Mother Nature's great while we're skipping across the pond right about there. Hey, Sheriff, great sound. While you easing it down, way down south, Peach Steak. Ricochet, hey, Sheriff, Nottingham. Blessed day to you.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to end it there. I don't want to make this video super long. So, well, there you have it. A Royce model 611 with the Channel 9 scan feature. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.